Steve. How are you?
Hello, Settler Graham.
Wow, Settler Steve. Yes, we are in the Settlers. What's this? New Allies. So this is a Ubisoft release. I'm playing this on Ubisoft Connect's thingamabob. I have played the tutorial missions or tutorials of this game. I think I briefly talked about that in the last podcast. I have also completed the first two missions of the story, and that's what we're going to jump into and continue.
How are you finding it?
I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah?
It's it's sort of a bit it's sort of straddling a line between your standard building game,
Yep.
where you're just building a base, and the sort of anno where you've got the full-on simulation stuff. It's sort of straddling a line between those two. But we will get into that in a second. So, all right. So, as I said, this is now these are a little bit framey, so you'll just have to bear with that. I'm not too sure.
Oh, Graham needs a 4090.
So let's have a look. What I can't control. You've got three types of settlers. You've got army, which are broken down into various types, but those are these guys and these guys.
Ready to serve.
You've got engineers, which are these guys zigging out down here,
Yes.
and there's a bunch more down here. And you've also just got regular settlers. I can't control them. I can't select them at all
Why not?
because they basically just do stuff when the game needs them to, and I'll explain that in a second. So first things first, we've got left these numbers up here 1 through 6. That allows me to do presets on the units, on the military units. I very rarely use that. You've then got the number of units in military units, broken down by different types of units. You've got engineers. You can select them all by doing that. You've got the total number of population, and you've got the total number of idle of all your settlers, which can be in different categories. They can be ones in buildings,
Yeah.
idle, carrying stuff, which is what generally what they're always doing, or you can also have donkeys doing sort of similar
Oh, that's
thing.
right, because you make donkeys out of wheat.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So you can see we've got 99 out of 99. Let's build a new residence. So what we'll do is we'll go into the build menu, bring up residence. We've already got 5 on the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to build a new one. And you get these bonuses if you actually put them next to existing buildings.
Yep.
You can rotate them, like so. And that little arrow that's pointing out to the right there is where the sort of the exit point of the building.
Yeah.
What will now happen is the materials needed for it, which is 2 pieces of wood and 2 stone, will get carried there by some of the settlers, and you'll see everything just starts to move.
Yep.
See how they're all now moving?
Yeah, so I was going to say, they actively, when you issue commands, but beyond that, they do nothing.
Correct, exactly. That's why you've got these ones just sitting over there, just lying and stuff around.
Those lazy bastards. Can you get them to just mine wood and stone to gain a surplus of it, or no?
No. When we get to the mining stuff, we'll show you. The boat street now, they've delivered the goods to it, 2 of each, and the 2 engineers are now building it. And they will.
Oh, the engineers build.
Yeah, the engineers build. So they're the building. That's all they do is build. They do other things, but the main thing they do is build. See, they've got 2 and 2. They're picking up the materials and they're building it. And eventually they'll go 1 and 2, because one will have done their bit, and then that's done that. So one's now Zing. The last one's still finishing.
Yep. Peacing out.
And that's now complete. And you can see here we've got next arrival, 25 seconds or so. Basically what will happen in about 25 seconds or so, the number in the top corner, top centre, where it's 101 or 105, that will go up.
Will it automatically max out, or?
Yeah, it'll eventually just max out at 105 and then stop again. And we just got to keep building residents to get more people, in essence.
I'm getting hell of Fabledom vibes out of this.
Okay, yep, fair enough. Is it still on 103, 104, 105, and now it says all residents inhabited. So now that's basically that's how you make your resident. How you get more people.
Does the game automatically designate military blah blah blah, or do you have to designate
No, you
certain settlers as military?
basically when you want to train up units, you'll see the settlers, these guys,
Yeah.
running and going, getting training. Which I'm sure in this mission we may get there in time. We'll see how we go. So let's have a look. So the other thing, you can see this little blue sort of boulder thing here. It's coming up
Yep.
through here. That's basically the limitation of where I can build. So if I go into the build menu and I choose anything, see it's got the
Yeah, the hex cut off.
hex cut off. That's the other thing that these
The
guys can
envoys
do.
asked me to wait right here.
They can expand the claim area. So if I go and click over
Oh.
here, for example here,
I love hard work.
what they will do is all of them will tunnel off. They will then start to expand this area out by basically sort of, I'm not too sure what exactly they're doing. So you see the very, that. Oh, by the way, I can rotate, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Zooming in and out and using stuff, and then Wizard is the keys to move around. And they will basically span my environment as they move along here. You can see they're just sort of they're plunking into the ground, and the things.
Kind of seem to. Oh, okay.
So they're sort of hammering into the middle, and then this blue bar this sort of area just expands as they go along.
I was wondering why they were just like hollowing out an individual passage rather than like an active area.
So they were basically, I don't exactly know, I haven't quite figured out, like I sort of selected a site sort of here, and they've just gone and done this sort of corridor. I'm not too sure how wide they go from the point you select. I haven't quite could have figured that out. But they will just basically keep expanding. This guy's going back here.
I'd be curious if you expand to a place where there's enemy units, if they keep expanding or go, oh shit, and turn around and run back.
Generally what will happen is that the enemy units will attack them, and these little
That'll
guys
definitely lead them running.
they generally do a bit of that, or they just basically get killed.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
So they're basically lambs then.
yeah,
Good to know.
yeah, and you can this guy here, Guildhall, that allows me to recruit new engineers, and see what'll happen is if I click on this,
Yeah.
one of these settlers that's doing nothing will run.
Becomes an
Here he goes.
engineer.
There he goes.
Yeah.
He'll now go in there. In a few seconds' time, he'll spit out, and he'll now be an engineer.
What does the adventurer do?
That is like a scouting unit that can sort of.
Does that become military at that point, or no?
Sort of.
its own
Yeah,
class?
sort of.
Okay.
Okay, so this is actually part of the story campaign. This is this headquarters. This is where cutscenes will take place in a weird way. There's actually some pretty decent looking cutscenes in this game, actually. Hopefully we'll get to a couple of them. Alright, so let's have a look. So what we've got to do, we've got to send units to explore the island, which is what I did down here. I actually had played this game for a little bit. Here's some bandits.
Recruitment complete.
That was the engineer being created.
Yep.
Spread out. So I've got 5 engineers doing nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand my platform down to here.
I'm already en route.
So we've got some bandits. They're basically just a sort of a not they're not a neutral thing, but they're not the
They're not explicit enemies either.
yeah, they're not explicit enemy. There are actually others. Ooh, I think we found some enemies up here. I think. Oh, here we go. This is what happens. So these guys will just trace these guys. So I probably need to actually grab these and get these back, because these
Our
guys.
army is under attack.
So yeah, this is. Probably lose some units doing that. Now what will generally happen is these guys will just come and chase down whatever target they were chasing. Like they took down an engineer probably here. Now they've done what they wanted to do with him, they're now just going to escape back to where they came from, sort of thing.
So what's that orange shield icon then that was on the screen?
That there is some sort of monument I've got to go and...
Okay.
It'll be part of the story mission, I suspect.
5 versus 15.
Yep.
Who's going to win?
Alright, so... did we take... Oh, we did take these down. So now we've taken down these bandits down here, this bandit camp. You can see here we've got this little golden circle here. If I hover over that, it tells me I've got goods to pick up. So we've got 2 sort of axes or spears, 1 shield and 2 bow and arrow sort of things. That's the stuff up here. These are you need these materials to make new military units. So at some point we will actually start making them. At the moment, all we can do is find them on the map like this. So let's just keep walking around here. These guys also self-heal. That guy's self-healing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So just come down here because I'm hoping that down here we're going to find some.
Is that flashing circle where you clicked?
Yeah. Yep.
Alright.
So that's what I want.
Recruitment complete.
So you can see here we've got This game does actually look pretty good. It's actually on the Snowdrop engine, which is the same engine that Ubisoft used to make
For everything.
Basically everything, but the main game that is the Division 2.
Yep.
So it does look pretty good. Look, animation's pretty good. If I just come into here with the waters, I think it looks pretty good border-wise. So yeah, so let's see. So we've got to defend the strong blacksmith statue from bandits.
So is that the one that had the orange?
That's this thing. So I've got to defend that from bandits. I'm not really sure where those bandits are just a moment. Let's just move there and just reveal more of the map. So this sort of, see how it's got this sort of aura around it here?
Yep.
I reckon if I go into it, it'll start a countdown and we'll have to defend it for that amount of time. Yeah, okay, only 14 seconds. This shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so in a second that will...
No bandits coming up or nothing.
Yeah, so there's no bandits. So that'll probably turn into a cutscene, I suspect. Yep, it has. So when I click on this, the cutscene will play.
Okay.
Not much is left of this statue. It must have been quite a magnificent monument when it was still in one piece. I guess nothing is built to last for an eternity, and even our ancestors weren't able to build something that sturdy. I needed some time to put together enough research, but I'm certain now that this statue was built to honor a blacksmith named Uska. He must have been an important member of the group that settled here. I must get back to tell the others.
So with a name like Uska, that would suggest some sort of maybe Norwegian heritage or something like that. Do they make any attempt at sort of nationalizing any of the settler groups or anything like that, or is it just for its own fictional environment?
I think it's still pretty fictional.
Okay.
So now that this net wants me to click into here, which I will do to progress. Cutscene.
I found this scroll in the socket of a withered statue. I almost missed it was actually there.
What does it say?
Well, that's a little bit more difficult. This is just a snippet that belongs to a larger artifact. It could be the map, but I'm not sure, since I don't have all of it yet. I just have to keep searching for other statues.
Just be careful. We can't afford to lose the little we have. And I don't think I want to lose you.
All right.
Aww.
Got it. Don't worry about me. But I'd better get going now.
Alright, so we've got 2 more statues to find apparently in this particular island.
What?
The cutscenes are pretty neat, like they're pretty good.
I was going to say, I'm making a narrative prediction in some respects, but I'm like, I don't think she's going to make it.
Considering she's one of the key characters of the story, I'd be very surprised if she didn't.
I can just see like him going on a mad vengeance trip, going like, "Get her back!"
No, I don't think it's going to be quite like that story.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright,
I'm
so...
fictionalizing in my brain.
So... Warehouse. So unlike Anno 1800, the other game I think we did a checkout about a month ago,
Yep.
warehouses are not magically joined like they were in that game. So if I was to build another warehouse, it would have independent storage, independent storage stuff. So that's a bit different. All right, so let's go some more. So we've got to do a lot more expanding. So let's first we can see we've got some berries here. So let's build some farms. So fisherman's hut. I can't build that because I haven't got any. I
You're
can't
not
build down. I
expanded
haven't
down to the
expanded down
water.
there. I'm getting these guys to expand at the moment, so they'll eventually get down there. So I can't build that, but we can build. I don't think we've got a logging camp either because we don't really have any. It's not really. Oh, there's a
Not a
forest
real
over here.
abundance of trees outside of there.
There's about there, so we'll expand that way as well, and we'll get hold of that. Oh, they're finished expanding, so these guys have stopped. So I'm basically just going to click that, and I'm just going to click as far out of here as I can. That will do.
Can I carry more?
Right. I'm going to build a couple more. Forgot any Zing? We do. We've got one there. Let's build a couple. I generally find the best number of engineers to have is around 15.
Yep.
Just to keep things ticking over. So let's level it. We've got a few. Yeah, we haven't got much stuff. So we need food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build. Now, if I build a forager's hut, which is this one.
Mm-hmm.
See how when I put it down, it's got this sort of dial thing.
It's like a gauge
So if I-
of
so if
a
I was
success
to-
gauge or something.
If I come down here, see how it's sort of now 1 star,
Yep.
2 star, 3 star. So we'll plonk it there. We'll do. Now, you must have a road joining every thing to everything else. So if I click on that,
Complete.
do that. That
Oh,
will
I
now.
thought
That
the
one.
engineers were going to make the road themselves.
They will. Now that I've
Now that you've told
now,
it, yeah.
now that I've told them, they will make it. And what will happen is you'll start seeing. So now that'll take 3 engineers to build it, and then it'll take 2 settlers to make it function.
Yep.
And then you'll have other settlers that are basically just taking stuff from here all the way down to it and putting it into the warehouse.
Hmm.
You can see everything's been carried, so it's got the stone and it's got the 3 bits of wood. 1, 2. So I like how the fact they'll start building before it's all there, which is nearly sort of like logical, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And next day I'll start building it. They'll start building. They'll start collecting. These will regrow. So it's not as if it's once you've farmed them, they disappear. That's good. And they'll eventually do that. And that's what we're after. Now eventually we can upgrade these to stone roads, but that's I've got to actually find materials to do that at the moment. Alright, so we should have a bunch of idle engineers around here somewhere. There we go. So first thing we'll do is we'll get them collecting this stuff. Not that we can do anything with it because we don't have a military, we don't have a training thing. We could build one, but it's probably not much point at the moment. Right, farms are going to be the next thing I'm going to build. So I'm going to build 2 farms like this. I'm then going to lead that into a wheat, which is for the they produce wheat, and windmill will produce wheat from that. And we'll get that somewhere like that. And then the last thing we'll do is we'll build a bakery. We'll put that, rotate that, and we'll put that there. Now I'm going to put a road between them. So we'll bring out of that into that, and we'll bring that through to there. So you can now see all of these guys will the materials will get taken there, so they're all carrying them on their shoulders.
Yep.
And then the engineers will start it, and they'll just queue through that, and eventually. Now the engineers should be on this thing here, which is auto construct. So if I start building something, they'll stop doing whatever they're doing and start constructing. Is what they're carrying stuff.
The envoys asked me to wait right here.
So in fact, why they should be building.
What should they be building?
Yeah, they should actually be building. Anyway, so let's go build. How many have we got? We've got 10. Go 5. There we go. So I need tools to build engineers. Haven't got any more tools. So the most at the moment I can make is 14 engineers.
I think you got some tools coming from that other camp, don't you?
No, they're weapons. I'm coming from
Okay.
another camp, so. At least that's worth.
What's up?
Ha! What's up?
This is them. This is them training. It's kind of-
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
The animations are kind of cool. Alright, right, what do we got here? So you can see we've got, yeah, so we've got engineers 3, okay, so we've got a bit of engineers.
Light like a feather.
Alright, that's
Recruitment complete.
another engineer. So that's all building that stuff. Right, here is some stone. So that's what we'll need to put a couple of mines near that. But I can't build there because I haven't got my environment expanded. So
I was going to say, your border's not expanded enough.
So we'll need to. This is where it becomes a bit of a balancing act because I've got to. I'm expanding this way so I can do the fishing,
Yep.
and I'm expanding. I need to expand up this way because that's where I've got these materials to get.
So I was going to say, it is absolutely possible to overextend yourself in one way or another and then
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
kind of
And
fucked.
the advantage I've got with this set is I've only be attacked from, well, essentially just through
The
whatever's
north, through the
through this
mountains.
through this cloud here.
Yeah.
So that makes it a bit easier to defend it. Oh, we
Those
have got.
deer are going to come and fuck your shit up.
I've got
The
to
envoys asked me
unsurvive.
to
I
wait
have to
right
do
here.
this. I'm just going to do that. The other thing they can do is these things here, unsurveyed mining area. The engineers will survey them and they'll find iron ore, coal, or stone.
Yep.
And those deposits are unlimited. Whereas
Oh,
these
okay.
these ones up here, if I hover over them, it's got 40.
There's only
only
a,
40.
it's resource scarcity in some ways.
There's a set number in some of them, and then
Yep.
whereas things like this one, which has got these 3 forests, they'll just once they cut down a tree, it grows back in essence, but it can take some time. So
I was going to ask, what sort of time frame are you talking about with that?
I was just saying.
For the regrowing back of the trees?
It's in this sort of set of 3. It probably will appear really slow because there's only 3 of them. Over
Yep.
here, in this little guy here, you probably didn't even realise that it's happening because
Yep.
there's enough there to sort of.
By the time like 4 are cut down,
Yeah,
the last 4 will grow back and all that sort of shit.
That sort of, exactly that sort of thing. All right, so these cogs are basically saying he doesn't have enough materials. They don't have enough of these. So here's the wheat being cut, and then that then you see the carriers will take.
And you can't assign it more settlers to actually go in and work harder or get
No,
more.
no, you
get
can
moving
boost
quicker.
them. You can't boost these ones.
Yep.
I can't boost them at the moment, but what you can, some of the production buildings can be boosted.
Resources found.
Oh, resources found. What do they found? Okay, so we've got an unlimited supply of stone there. That's really
Yep.
good.
So you wouldn't need to fuck around with that stone
No,
line up.
I'm not even going
Yep.
to bother with this one now because I won't need it. So
You set it up as a honeypot.
Good do. Yep. Alright, what have we got?
Resources found.
Oh, what else? Okay, so found more stone. That's 2 stone. That's quite good. I reckon that might find another stone. I reckon that's going to be just stone only. That's fine. So you can see here
Do you
we've got
have
all.
multiple different resource types in one area?
Yep. Yeah, you occasionally get. I've seen stone and coal in the same one.
Makes sense.
And I don't. Think I've had iron ore and coal in the one place, but yeah.
Hmm.
So that's only found 2 of those. So what we're now
What's
going
up?
to do is we're just going to do that, and
Hard
he'll
work is good work.
expand his area so we can get that. There we go. What else? Oh, we've got a bit of a forest down here. Might not be too
There's-
bad.
Oh, I was going to say, they're just bushes, so I wouldn't have thought they'd be that useful.
Yeah, you can see they've only got 2 of them, so they're not that big versus these being 4.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Would you build a second warehouse down near that bandit camp for that?
Yeah, because one of the things
trees and that, or-
one of the things will happen is that even though you've joined the things with roads and everything, the game will basically say that's too far away for the warehouse. So once I build these 2 stone mines here, and we've probably got some fish down here, I'll probably put a warehouse somewhere in the middle here just to
Yeah.
balance out from these areas. Right.
Would it allow you to
work is
build on
good
like
work.
soft beach like sand like that, or
I don't think the only thing you can't build on is like you can't build on this sort of thing unless
yeah,
it's
like
actually
resource?
a resource, unless it's actually mining that resource.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we've got some bread being made, so now we'll see a little guy carrying bread. There he goes. Where is he? Yeah, so this guy's going to.
He's further up north.
So they're going to come and pick up the bread and they'll take it to the warehouse.
Yeah.
I can't speed up the play, by the way. It's a set speed.
Oh.
There's no pausing, there's no double speed or anything. It's just the game speed.
How do you feel about that?
Not so bad so far. If that's a weird way of saying that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't been any situation where I've been wanting to speed up the game much. So I don't.
Keeps a sort of chill vibe to it and makes it a good
Yeah,
podcast. Sort of
it is a little bit.
music game too.
Yeah. Okay, so we now can build down here because we've now expanded our territory out. So we're going to build some fishers' huts. So we're going food, fisherman's hut, and again we've got that. I need to get a bit more expanding, so I need to.
Tell those lazy bastards to hurry up.
We'll build it there, I think. I can build a couple. As long as there's a place nearby to do the fishing, that they're basically covered. Going to here, I need more tools, so need to build a tool, and he needs...
Oh, okay. I was going to say, where do you get
Yeah, so we've got different categories here, so we've got sort of constructions of sort of base material stuff, residents. That number is how many I've got currently built. Food is this range of things. Mining stuff, so this is your stone mine, we'll sit on top of these guys. Coal mine, iron mine, as you can imagine. Furnace uses coal and iron ore to make steel bars. Blacksmith uses steel bars to make and coal to make the weapons we need.
Yep.
And then the gold mine. That's actually the first time I've seen them activated. That's interesting. The last missions I've had, they've not been available to me, which is intriguing.
Oh, which because this isn't a tutorial mission, isn't it?
This is the third. This is the third mission of the story.
Yeah.
And there's our. There's that. So they've been going.
I can build almost anything.
Expand down here.
There's nothing I can't carry.
Alright, so that's been there ready to go. So let's put a couple of go into the mining section and put a stone mine there, and rotate that one. Then we'll build a road to there. We need to build a road through to there. And I reckon we won't be able to build another warehouse. I won't have enough to do it, but we'll probably put the warehouse somewhere in here. So I'm thinking we might actually do... What if we go... logging camp? What do I need? 3 bits of... I think I might have screwed myself over, actually.
How'd you do that?
So I don't think I've got enough... something like this.
Hi-ho.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly...
Carry word to go.
I'm actually going to destroy that because I think I need the wood back. In fact, I'm going to also destroy that one because I need to build a logging camp down here. Yeah, that's good enough. We'll build a logging camp here. I needed the wood to build the logging camp, and I had enough. I had it all committed to other buildings, so
yeah,
I've just destroyed those other.
So you can't overcommit and pot commit yourself.
Yeah, until I start getting the resources coming in, then this is going to be a problem. So, all right. So we'll wait.
Just like poker.
Yeah, we'll let that go out like that. That's fine. Okay, so we get in here. We've got plenty of bread. We've got that. So we've got the meat here. That is basically from these guys. So if there's a place where there's just animals like this roaming around, you can put down a it's a hunter's cabin. And again, if they're near that area, you can see it's got that. They'll basically kill those animals.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put these forward a bit, just to get a bit more
Ready to serve.
A bit more visibility over this way to see what we've got.
Ready for duty?
Looks like we've got actually a pretty defendable spot actually, because yeah, there's nothing can attack me from that direction, so that's really.
Oh man, they could climb the mountains.
They haven't been able to do that so far.
Oh, okay, fair enough. No mountaineer corps then?
No, not I've heard. No. Let's just.
Is there a job to do?
There's a bandit camp just here. We can see the start of one there.
Our scouts discovered a landmark.
Oh, landmark.
Our scouts discovered a landmark.
Okay, there's a.
Any orders?
Yeah.
Get them back there. We don't need to attack them just yet. At least we know where they're going to come from potentially. And this is Oh, see, this has actually got coal and iron ore here. So if I was to go and what I can do then is I can click on an engineer. We've got one empty, we've got one busy, one sleeping. So we'll come down to here. Where are we? Click on new. If I click on this deliver goods, and then go click on that item,
it'll automatically pick those goods up.
It'll go and deliver what it needs to deliver to it. And I just did that wrong. So just give me 2 secs. Sent one engineer to deliver goods. So he'll now go and pick up the. Where's my warehouse? There it is. He'll go and pick up the berries from here. You'll take that to there, and then I'll be able to use the same engineer to bring those stuff that I get back as a reward from that back to me. So, actually, there's only 5 in there. I reckon we could overpower these guys. Let's get rid of these guys so we know they're not there as a threat.
So is the military stuff any sort of like hard counter, like bows and arrows do better against swordsmen or whatever, or is it just sort of
I don't think it's quite that sort of level. But basically, yeah, like you find your ranged weapons, ranged enemy units are better because they can do pretty good damage pretty quickly. Done. And there's another more reward there, which is same sort of stuff as before. Looks like we've got more.
Just a scratch.
Ready to serve.
Go this way a bit further. I'm curious what this is here.
Order received.
It might just be part of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking it might be part of that.
This is really good. We've got an
Quickly.
a mining area. Let's see if we've got an. Hopefully this is the end of the map. Yeah, I reckon it will be. Oh no.
Quickly.
All right. Yeah, cool. That's actually really good. Because we can expand up through here, and then get that unlocked, so to speak. And then it might give us one more materials because you do need iron ore and coal to make the iron bar, so you can make your weapons. Without that, you're basically screwed.
Yeah.
So let's come down here. We've got
Is
a
there
bunch of
something to do?
engineers. Let's quickly go. Whoop.
The envoys asked me to wait right here.
I'll click that
I
one.
love hard work.
Alright, let's have a look. It's all going well. And where's that? The engineer's doing his thing. So he's delivered one of the 15. So he's not exactly the quickest. He's not exactly the quickest. You can assign more engineers so they go do it quicker.
Yeah.
In fact, we might do that. Let's go find our Zing ones. Where are they? There they are. So that, and we will click on that. So now we've got, see, we've got 5, number up there says 5. Just so you've got 5 engineers allocated to that particular process.
I need a break.
Right, let's have a look. So we're actually trying to get to somewhere basically there.
Yeah.
Is to find the next statue. I think at this stage I just need to expand and expand and expand so we can actually cope with this. You see that's got there, you're saying here, building not connected to any warehouse, so that's because it's too...
Yep.
Even if I was to build a road to here, which I may end
It'd
up
be
to
too
do,
far to take
I think it'll
wood.
still be too far, so we'll just... It might be enough, let's just do that.
What sort of material usage is the road building do?
The road doesn't use any material at all, costs nothing.
Oh, okay.
The stone one does, of course, as you can imagine, would
Course
cost with stone. The good thing about stone is that they can use. You can see there it says enables carts,
Yeah.
so they can actually transport goods
Carry
quicker,
more.
carry more and quicker with
Yeah.
using a cart rather than having to walk everything around. All right, so we've now expanded down to here, which is good. Expanded into that, brilliant. So I think you're.
I can build almost anything.
I think they're zidding at the moment. They should start zidding soon, I think.
The envoys asked me to wait right here.
Alright, so... see, they now got tools above their heads because they're now allocated to
Doing stuff, yeah.
waiting for the building this road here. So the game does give you all the hints as to what it's doing and what the issues are. So, but so if this isn't enough, and I can't,
You'd have to build.
I have to build a warehouse
Warehouse.
somewhere, which I can't actually build because I need 3 tools in there. So I actually can't build one at the moment. So hopefully this will be enough, but we'll see. We'll see when that road's completed. Oh, I missed one. See if that when that's built, whether no, it's still too far away.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a pity, but it is what it is. Although actually, no, it might be okay. These guys are coming to pick up wood, and I suspect he's going to now. Now saying building is far away from warehouse.
Okay.
So it's probably more an efficient. So that'll mean the efficiency probably goes down because of that.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that it's a that it's not going to work, but it's probably going to be less.
It's going to be really slow about it.
So we'll definitely fix that at some point, obviously. Okay. What have you got? You've got 6 of the 15. Right. Where have we got some engineers doing nothing? So basically, this is kind of what the game is. Essentially, at this point, you're just expanding. I'm now going to expand a long way over this way. Where was that thing I wanted? It was. I need to get into the forest.
North.
We want to go up here. We want to expand up here so we can get to that mining area. What's your problem? Building. Yeah. So this has also got a problem with the warehouse. You can see that's running 45%.
Yeah. So is expanding to the north a good idea then?
I need them. I need the materials there to be able to do it. I haven't got a choice.
Okay.
I've got to explore undercover what this is, and hopefully it's got iron ore or coal, or preferably both. Alright, so what do we got? Okay, so we've got some of that. Yeah. So we've got a bit of wood in there. Alright. The other thing I can't show...
Wait, those logs don't be like, so that wood needs maybe like a sawmill to turn the logs
yeah,
into planks,
so there's a sawmill I can't build at the moment because I haven't got the wood. So it's one of these chicken and egg things at the moment. I'm hoping I can find why aren't you doing anything? Can't select him.
If there is a job to do, I can get it done.
Okay, so that's already got enough to do the rest of it. That's cool. What's here? Oh, you can go and get that stuff.
The envoys asked me to wait right here. This job could take a moment.
Okay, so let's... can I build... I can't build the sawmill. I need 5 wood. I've got 4. How can I build the sawmill? I'm going to have to...
That's some... You got a shitload of stone.
Yeah.
Is there any way to trade... like trade the stone for planks?
No, I mean you basically need either one of them, either one or both sometimes to build things. What can we... Oh, it's a quarry. What do we got? No. Well, this also haven't got these. You can actually this is where you get your units from, and this is also where you can get units from. It produces recruits. I've actually no idea what that first icon is. They're 2 new units. I've not seen them before. I have seen them before, but that's the first time I've been able to make them. And these are your defensive towers. These towers are really good. They're basically an area of effect kind of thing. They basically automatically shoot.
Yeah.
It's pretty unique. And this is like a health healing unit sort of thing. This is a decoy thing. You put them on the battlefield and enemies attack them rather than attacking your guys. And they very, very take a long time to knocked down basically.
So is there much you can do right now, or are you kind
No,
of fucked?
I'm kind of screwed at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically I've got quite a few in here. I think if I go and dismantle that. No, that didn't get me back anything. What does a bakery cake make to cost that? So if I
But will it destroy it if it's been? Will it redeem, like, give you back those materials if it's been running long enough?
yeah, you see they're carrying stuff at the moment. They're about to pick up the pieces of wood here.
Oh, okay. So I was
So-
going to say the number didn't change.
No, but once it goes into storage, it should. I'm hoping.
That's gonna be that's. Because if we get to a point where it doesn't, I think we may have hit the natural ending point of this video.
Yeah, maybe. How can I get more back?
It would have been good if I had cautioned you or something and like sort of said, hey, maybe not build this part yet. Maybe you ain't got the planks. Do some ting.
Is there something to do?
Let's get to work.
What's that timer? Oh,
Probably since it's probably. Oh, okay, it's going to come back again. That's interesting. That's a new mechanic. That's
What's
not.
up?
I like how they're all just standing there looking at the goods and not doing anything with them.
Yeah, I've got to move them out the way so I can actually then reselect them.
What's up?
There we go.
I can build almost anything.
Is there anything there? Oh, the pick. No.
What's up?
Thank you. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's recharging. Oh, the derelict mine. That's why. That's why. So actually, with
What's up?
all right, let's go back over here. How far can we go? There. I'm going to bulldoze that as well.
These goods are heavy.
Yeah, I'm not too sure I'm actually going to get the wood I need at the moment to be able to build anything. Alright, let's just dismantle. Because wood was used to build these things, but for some reason when I dismantle them I don't get it back, and I thought I did.
We'll click on the warehouse again. You're getting them back, but you're getting them back as logs, not as planks.
Yeah, I think that's the part of the problem.
Hang on, what's the forest? Does the forester do planks, or does it just do wood?
Now, forester produces wood, not makes them. I need the sawmills. The only thing that makes them.
That's
Alright.
kind of fucked.
I'm going to do a bunch of bulldozing and just see if I get something back here. So I've got enough wood, sort of food stored up with this stuff here, so I'm pretty good. No, that's all just the materials that were mating it, so... Intriguing. Alright, let's... So bulldoze that. I like doing it. Their auto animations are pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might actually be kind of screwed here because I've got no way of making the planks.
Yeah.
What's that? That's no, don't need. That's not going to help me.
I sure can use the exercise.
Let's just see what this guy's down here.
Can I carry more? Hard work is good work. Light like a feather.
It doesn't sound like a feather dog.
Hard work.
Enemy in sight.
I sure can use the exercise.
Alright.
Cheese it!
I
No,
love
he's
hard work.
he's going to die.
He sure is.
At least we now know where the enemies are. Or at least one of the main enemies
Oh.
are. And that because they're the proper enemies, they're the ones I've actually got to fight for most of this.
Hmm.
Yes?
Alright,
Grand scheme of things, I think we may have hit a point of no continuation.
I think we probably have. I'm actually somewhat surprised that I haven't been able to get stuff back from dismantling things.
I mean, you got wood back, just
I
not
got
as
wood back,
planks.
yeah,
It's
but
just
I just
bare wood.
I need 5 here to make something, and I can't. So and I
That's
don't know
kind of fucked.
I don't know if I could even dismantle something to get it back. Let's see what happens if I do that. Nope, that just dismantled it and got rid of it. So no.
Oh, great.
So now I can't even. Yeah, I can probably build it back again because it takes 2, but I don't want to do that clearly.
Hmm.
So there. I'm actually somewhat. Having said that, with literally what I've showed you so far,
Yeah.
there's not much more to it than what I've showed you.
No.
You expand your territory, you build more.
Hopefully there's been some multiple autosaves so you go
Yeah.
back a couple of steps rather than restarting the whole mission.
Let's see if there are. No, it's just there's no auto saving at all. I don't think in this game.
Oh, it's
I
good.
think
It's
actually,
what?
here's a load there. What's in there? 40.
1 minute.
No, that's now.
Oh, fuck.
So, and there's one at the very beginning. So I could go back to the very beginning, but no, I don't want to do that.
Well. Alright then.
Let's get to work.
Let's just see what's in here, just while we're
This
here.
survey is interesting.
Let's get to work.
Bit of a shame you can't just like dismantle the bandit camp to get some planks.
That's what I was.
out of that.
That's what I
So
was sort of. That's what I was sort of hoping. I was hoping I could destroy this thing, but it won't let me.
There's some
nothing.
unusual limitations to this that I wouldn't have thought would be there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even build these kind of objects in my so
Yeah.
far. So, but apparently they can.
Hmm.
Anyway, just see what else is around. There might be
Resources found.
resources found. Oh, that's iron ore
Resources found.
and coal. That's the perfect thing you need.
Yeah.
So you need coal and iron ore. You can basically build
Weapons and all sorts of other
weapons and steel bars and stuff like that. So, although I am actually curious about. There's one option maybe. Where's it gone? Nah, if I could unlock the harbour, I could build the harbour and then I could probably trade in the planks, but I need 20 planks to build it, so it's not going to work either. So anyway, I think we've come to a conclusion.
Yep.
Of this video, way earlier than I really expected it to be. But I
But
built.
it does
Yes,
still show off.
it shows off. I mean, I think this game is actually really good. I really do. I like the look of it a lot. When you zoom right in, you've got some really neat animations with them idle animations and stuff. When you start building houses, they automatically build this sort of joining stuff between them, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's not sort of. I can't bulldoze that.
You really are looking for the nuclear option.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can do to get planks back, but there's nothing. There's nothing to pick up anywhere.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, you need 5, and that's the biggest problem. If I had, if I could build a sawmill, I could build more from the planks I've got because I've got plenty of the wood to build things from. But I don't even. Yeah, I think we're kind of foobarred, basically.
Yep, a little bit.
But
Alright, well.
anyway, so that's yeah, the settlers, new allies. Other than hitting this little weird stumbling block, I do think it's a really good game. Visually, I think it looks really cool. The 2 characters I've met so far, the guy's a bit of a whinger so far.
Well, I mean, he is English.
But basically, they left the very first mission was those two people fled an island, got to a second island and met a third another group of people called the Maru, M-A-U-R-U, and they've sort of sent us on this little side thing to hopefully help them find stuff as well. So now the other thing we could maybe do, we might be like, let's just come down here. Landmark is ready. Oh, that one. Okay. That's interesting. You just keep sending stuff to that, and you'll keep getting iron ore and coal out of it. I'm just curious what's down this way. I'm going to assume nothing, but we shall just do a bit of an investigation since we've got a bit more. Oh, got a weird aura thing here. What that's about? What that's about? Ah, okay, hostile territory.
Oh.
What's that say?
Enemy in sight.
Units heal faster near a lake or something.
Lakeside unit stationed in this area heal faster. Oh, that's interesting. That's new.
Ready.
Anyway, so yeah, we are at a natural end. Well, an unnatural end.
An unnatural end.
I will obviously restart this mission and do that differently. Clearly.
Ah, fuck.
The first couple
In
of
sight.
missions have probably taken me a couple of hours each.
Yeah.
So they can drag out. I'm not the fastest playing this sorts of games, so don't take that as a real life, real thing sort of thing.
Reporting in.
Do they heal inside there?
Break.
I don't think you're gonna get a chance to heal, dude.
Feel refreshed.
Oh, they all instantly healed. See?
Oh
Wow.
shit.
They all instantly healed. Wow. Okay. They'll only heal outside of battle though, so
Yeah.
I think these guys are going to go down. That's cool. A fresh breeze affects your army. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're fucked.
Yeah, they're not going to survive. I mean, I could take these guys down, but nah, it's alright. Alright.
Like I said, you've already got to restart it. So.
I've got to restart it, so we'll leave it at that. As I said, I do like it. I'll keep playing this throughout and I'll probably keep upgrading people during the podcast. But yeah, thank you, Steve. Not quite the
Thanks,
ending I was
Graham.
expecting, but yeah, I think you got a good picture of what this game's about.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.